Hello guys, so welcome back to Daily Entertainment Bars right here on Odatejish TV. Please, if you are new here, kindly subscribe to this channel and also click on the bell icon right next to the subscribe button. And also don't forget to also drop your comment in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up and also share this video with your friends and loved ones.
Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? So on Friday dawn, I had a bit of a manic episode. What actually triggered it? I've not been able to figure that out. But it was listening until Saturday before I realized, I realized what I had actually done. So I came to my page to delete the video that I posted. And it was so strange. I spent over 2 hours. I spoke about a myriad of topics. I had to watch the video again to remind myself of the things I spoke about before I deleted the video. I spoke about a myriad of things. So I think I highlighted on something that involved, maybe, I don't know the appropriate word to use, but it's let's say childhood traumas, let's see why, maybe something that, let's say, maybe why do men or women cheat, there were so many things that I spoke about. I spoke about my mental health. I spoke about how I relapse and how sometimes I don't understand what I go through. But the aftermath just really taught me a lot. This relapse was very short, very short, very short. The manic episode, just let's say the peak of it was very short compared to all the others that I've ever had. And the aftermath shows us, that the fabric of our society is really broken, ripped apart, damaged. I took time to look up what the fabric of society or system means, and let me read it. I've forgotten whether it's Merriam-Webster or the actual source, but it says the fabric of a society or a system is its basic structure with all customs and beliefs that make it work successfully. So now that we understand that it is the basic structure with the customs and beliefs that make it work successfully, that basic structure and customs and beliefs that make our Ghana work successfully, from my point of view, is broken because of all the 2 hours 45 minutes video that I did. The only part that really resonated with the public, that got people's attention, that got people's response, was when it got to, let's say, things that had to do with, let's say, saying things that were not so positive about celebrities, and from, be it a blogger, be it whoever it is, they were just interested in the list. Some people even, like, I think there was a part where I said I had been with 100 men. Whether that is true or not, I think there were other issues that people could have focused on, but if the bloggers and other people maybe focused on child molestation, child exploitation, as I spoke about what happened to me when I was 5, people will not even read the story, but let it be how many women somebody slept with. That is what people will read. Why that happened, why that is going on. We never focus on the why. We have become a very shallow society. People prefer to just see like the tip of the iceberg. Nobody bothers to see what is beneath. Like nobody bothers to see what's beneath. We all enjoyed the Titanic. Why did the Titanic sink? Probably maybe they didn't really do like a survey of the transport line or the transport path from point A to point B. So they missed the fact that there was a very huge iceberg, and it's just the tip that is showing. After all that I said yesterday, people just wanted to focus on the tip, the unimportant part of the issue. Yes, I said it's who someone slept with, or it's yes, it wasn't, but it's like the trivial part of the whole issue. It's only a few people that I think on Facebook. People spoke about what happens to the African girl child when she's growing up and how it is dealt with. A friend of mine sent me a message through WhatsApp. Then she said, Abena, what if all the things that have happened to you recently, instead of driving through what happened, really reflecting, really analyzing, really acknowledging the pain, acknowledging what was wrong, if I had to talk about it with the right people, maybe I should have spoken to them. If I had to cry about it, if I had to forgive myself or to forgive somebody, like, did I take time to process all the things that I have been through? Most of the time when we go through something, instead of dealing with the pain, dealing with why we got to this point, dealing with why we are going through that particular thing at that point in time, we don't do that. We just drive over it. And I think I have done that with a lot of things in my life, or a lot of things. That's how we deal with issues. Like, people just drove over the 2 hours 45 minutes talk, and then you just pick the, maybe let me call it sparkles, or things that will be sensational, things that will make people just laugh and crackle, like, oh, somebody's husband has been exposed, let me laugh about it. But it won't be like a wake-up call for you to say, what is going on in my own home? what will make my husband do that or not do this? People will never take the time to have that discussion. Even if they have this discussion, it's like it's going to be like, an inner dialogue. But everybody is just going to be interested in, who did this, who did that. And it's not even just about the bloggers or the online media platforms. They know when they deal with the important issues, not a lot of people are going to pay attention to it. Not a lot of people are going to lend their voice to the things that like society really has to deal with and analyze, like the things that society really has to drive through. They know that people will not be interested. So it's not even just about the bloggers who are posting to make money. It's also about the people. What are we drawn to? What kind of news are we in a hurry to listen to? What kind of news are we quick to share to our friends? What kind of news are we just quick to share? Like, people will post about very important issues. Very important issues. It will just get a like, under 10 views, but let it be a sex video. It's 2 people having sex. Let it be Abena Korkor has listed a number of people she slept with. The news will catch fire. Wild. Because that's what everybody will be interested in. It shows how broken the fabric of society is. Friday, there were a couple of people. When let's say it was Friday afternoon, when I received calls from friends and people that thought I was having a relapse, I was still in that phase. I was like, no, this is something I really wanted to share, and I've spoken about it. I've gotten out of my chest. The rest of the people, they just called to ask more questions. Not even the deep, important stuff. There was one lady, she's also an entertainment person. I won't mention her name to sensationalize it, but she just called to ask me about, more questions about, someone in someone's relationship that I spoke about. More questions about that, so that when she's on her show, she'll have facts and figures to talk about, discuss people's relationship on her show. It could be cited as an example, but the main things that you need to treat, we as a society, we are not interested in that. Yes, this person has insulted this. This person has bitten this. This person, kokonsana de. Enyo maybe ebe man kufraye bibi no. Eno, as a society no, yen susu hu. Adinti na nipa we ye say. Edi enkra nebe ma obiya yesa. And the issue of mental health. And when there are headlines or people actually take time to educate people on bipolar disorder. Oh, this girl is having a bipolar manic episode. there are people that probably they've heard about bipolar disorder in maybe one of my interviews. Say, or be taking time. Now I kind what bipolar disorder is. Am I at risk? Is anyone close to me at risk? If not, the people that I know that have bipolar, how would I deal with them or not deal with them? How can we as a society learn much more about mental health problems or educate people about mental health problems? No. How many people actually sit down to have this breakdown of thoughts? The majority of people are interested. Hey, Abena Korkor, minding you, no boy. I don't know if it's a way of we numbing the important things that we have to deal with and just focus our attention on very trivial matters. It cuts across a lot of areas in our community, like political issues, human rights issues. Everything is trivialized. Everything is turned into humor. Everything is turned into, I don't know, conversations that we joke about at the beer bar and laugh over, but the root of the problem, we are scared to talk about. We are scared to really break it down. There are so many things going on. We are driving over. We just touch on it to make headlines. We just talk about it to make our friends know that, oh, now, so there are so many things we really need to talk about. Really need to dissect. Really need to inform ourselves on. Something happened to me at the age of 5. My 5th year on earth. Here are some of the things I remember. Like right now that like I'm stable. If I look back, in my happy moments, I remember my 5th birthday party. It was a very nice day. I had a party at like a community center in my community. I was living at my community 5 by then. I think I have slight images of maybe myself in kindergarten in St. Paul. Like I remember the type of table we used to sit around. Maybe I remember 1 or 2 of my classmates. But whenever I'm traumatized, whenever I'm going through a manic episode, my mind fails to recognize those happy moments that I had. It takes me back to the time that I lost my virginity. You know, or somebody say, is it what lack of parental guidance or what? My mommy like had like an eagle eye on me all the time, but she can't be with me 24/7 to know what goes on. At 5 years old, I didn't know what sex was. I don't think I knew what penis or vagina was. I don't think I knew what STIs was. I don't think I knew where was right for someone to touch you or not. Like, even if it was something that was taught in school or mentioned by my parents, I don't think it's something that really stuck to me very, very well. Because when the incident happened, like, I don't know if it's just an imagination, but it's like when I look back, I remember like a scene. I was excited about the whole thing. Like, I was just eager, like, oh, this is like my favorite neighbor or cousin. I don't really remember our relation, but I was just excited that we are going to do something together, and it looks like something fun. And it was like after everything happened, and I spoke to it about like another adult, before I realized, oh, I had done something that I was not supposed to do. And even like, I don't think there was a meeting between me and the little boy and maybe some adults for us to say that what we did was wrong. But like, and probably they'll say, don't let this happen again. Hey, when you do this, maybe you go to hell or something. But it was never explained, and I just had like a very distorted explanation in my head. I was disappointed in myself, and it was painful. It's not something that I had really dealt with. Like, I drove over that incident. Every time it pops up in my life, I drive over it. I had a conversation with my mom. You know, our church, I attend St. Paul Methodist Church in Tema. I've not been to church like in 2 years, because if I go to church, I feel like criticized, or I feel people are talking about me, or I feel like this hairstyle, I can't dare take it to my church. Like 5 old women will stop me and ask me, hey, na badina you abadina, hey, abadina, or they won't come and tell me. They would gossip about it, and then one way or the other, it will end up in my mother's ears. My mother was a teacher. She's retired now. In church, she's always been like an influential person at church. Like, women's fellowship, when we talk about women's fellowship at my church, like, she's one of like the pillars in it. Like, she's all her life at St. Paul has been like women's fellowship. She's also been like a steward of the church. I was brought up as a Methodist. I went to a Presbyterian school, a Brick Girls. I've been a Christian all my life. Yeah. I think I casually read, topics on Buddhism and other things, but at the core of it, like, let's say I'll call myself a Christian. Like, when I'm feeling forms, I'll write I'm a Christian. How was my life at church? Like, I love to go to Sunday school a lot, because Sunday school was fun. We learn about Bible stories. We get opportunities to do plays. We get opportunities to dance, brigade. Like, I went to girls' brigade. I went to girls' fellowship. Like, I think she exposed me to all the good things that, quote unquote, has to shape the girl child the Methodist way. Even when I moved from my mom's and I moved to my auntie's house, that woman, I always call her an angel, because like, when you look at she was somebody like a lot of people to look up to in church. The way she dressed, she was soft spoken. she woke up, what's the time? 5:20. About 5:20. Nama was already down. But Sasu in her sofa, she had her sofa. She would take her daily bread. She would tune the radio to where they are playing hymns or some Christian songs. And she would do her devotion. There are times that she did it with me. If this woman raised the voice on me, like I can count the number of times. Very soft-spoken person. I always was like, oh, I want to be like, whenever I become a wife, like I want to be like her. Cause I like the way she managed things. Like she was like a great role model in my life. But somebody will see, like, look at how like I turned out. So like very opposite of what my mom is or what my late auntie Maloko is. Like I cut my hair, I dye it, I don't mind wearing bikini, or like if you had told me when I was like 13 or 14 that like I'd have pictures of myself in bikini circulating like on the internet, I'd be like, hey, you're lying. You know, every day I'm wearing my kaba and slits, my very maxi dresses. I don't think I really did like a lot of escaping from the house as a young person. But I wouldn't say I'm a misfit like in society now, no, but that's what's like is in the minds of a lot of people. Oh, this girl is a whore, she wasn't brought up properly, she just likes to seek attention and all sorts of things, like, you know, why it's happening. So people will hardly discuss that. So just be quick to share videos of me, maybe my semi-naked videos and all that, and it just comes back to say that the fabric of our society is broken. And it's something that has to be fixed. I don't know what part of what I spoke about that you took as an important issue. I don't know your views and comments about it. I don't know whether you bothered to watch the whole video or not. I don't know the things that you chose to make trivial laugh about. And there will be a samaba. I say to your young kuma into your dream. Inti me near Odi ye like in dia or this way. But owa suna wutia if we neko be intentional about your analysis of issues you come across in life, things that happen around in your community. You see your neighbor's daughter, teenage daughter, pregnant. Don't be quick to rush to the church meeting or the WhatsApp group to say that, hey, mommy we yeah, oh yeah, strict, oh yes. Shana neba girl no wakwanye no. Just make it a gossip and then laugh about it. Don't be that trivial. Who say obi abodre share na wasan so esi wodie ho. Wasan so esi wodie ho. Be deep thinkers. Be people who do things with a deeper purpose. Don't be shallow in life. Don't be shallow. We are saying yambo wabano, yambo wambakwa. Money na nye sika penkwa. Money na nye enije nkwa. Money na nye kukonsa ne afefe de. Ye bobia se umbe ye bibi. Teach you be. We are saying. What to me identify say we are. No matter how small it is, no, because it's your life's purpose. They teach you amao. And focus on that and see how you can impact your society positively. When you are really guided about who you are and your role in your community, as a father, as a child, as a human being, when you are really guided by that, it will guide your actions. It will guide whatever you do. Sometimes, people go like, being a Christian, being a Muslim, it is not just a title. It's not just about going to church. It's not just about praying, but it's actually like practicing the Christian way of life. Who is a Christian? Someone who lives like Christ. You call yourself a Christian. Are you living like Christ? You call yourself an educated person. Are you living like an educated person? A person who has gone to school, been taught how to identify and solve problems. Are you living as such? Anna, what dear young conqua, Anna, Yindi Kokonsankwa. Anna, yesterday I went to like one lady that they be like us on you beef, ni page so. She has videos of Oni Obi beef. And all videos are not all your advert movie. And the statistics is very interesting. And that what did you be at the views, the comments, the shares, the interactions on that page, like send me to me who insight of that poster. It would amaze you. It is not just a reflection of her. Rebecca said, oh, wait to say edebia or cause problems our community ni edebia na wa my Instagram my shit wa my social media shit. Ediana is so sad and so because ye bibi papa obi enfi na say endo etri inti social media about is a very powerful tool. Very powerful tool. A lot of people are using it to cause change in their society. Positive change. People have used social media to get their rights and power to vote. People have used social media to stop fraud in elections. People have used social media to overthrow unjust governments or ineffective governments. People have used social media. Let me talk about mental health. People, when I first got diagnosed, I didn't know anybody else with bipolar disorder. How many families in Ghana will confidently say that I have maybe a son or daughter with bipolar disorder? This is what we go through as a family. And people can actually learn from it too. Also, know how to live with people with bipolar disorder, or also identify it when somebody in their homes is developing it. No. It's a stigma. It's a topic of shame. Mental health issues are swept under the carpet. When I started my work in the mental health field, I mean, who say things are being done in that direction. But as a society, it's not even something that we want to even accept that exists. You want to school, you want to be a school, you go school. You be a see a kuku dam for. In so your money be wa. Ye can ye. He beat me a recite. In so yentia see a woman away tree. I've not stopped the mental health issue, but this statement is taking me back to something. When we look at the fabric of our school systems, I shall say but when I was in school, being innovative was just limited to some things. My analyzing, I will not just blame, let's say, leaders or people who design curriculum for schools. My assignment to make it easy, sometimes to make it easy for it to be marked, because to make it easy for it to be marked, as a person will be some questions answers near straightforward. No there, because questions no or not all answers. So no one say we or can near all expect na no one marking. Say one true students na and true near we expecting na. It's either maybe you already know that it's outright wrong, or you have to take time off your marking schedule and go and do research and make sure the students need make any tangible pointer and someone marking. And as a TA, as ubi like ubi ye pay in your first thing. Bibia has to be in a certain way, like bibia is in a certain format to make things easy and pen your challenging. Until we don't allow people to be investigative, we don't allow people to be very descriptive, we don't allow people to be analytical of issues or whatever they are studying. ch0ppers. And I transcend it in everything, most of the things, not everything, most of the things that goes on in our society. About your news, will be one headline. I'm not going to do this. Copy and paste. No analysis of the issue. The president did this. Copy, paste. Critical analysis of the issue. So obi like analytical programmer you be delve into issue. Senior programmer edi controversy si bebaha. Nobody will pay attention to it. Banyomani biwa, we are supposed to discuss it, look at the root issues, so that in a way that is not controversial, it is not sensational, it is not a joke, but we are really looking at the root of the problem. Yeah, fix the country now, saying, but it's a serious issue, a very serious issue. Ghana sikawa how? Sikawa ha? Like, what do you? Sike ni hakra. Ubehuna ansha. What do you say? Government coffers cry ye nimni a wumuja. Ubehuna obi young boy be a club. Why hate is kebi? Ni mugu be a drop here and as any lie be a saucy. Nah, it's good to have fun, it's good to have fun, but obi a young boy obu to mini scar. The first thing ebeba ni team here, let me go to the club. Be the one with the most expensive bill. Metal bottles, may show off with champagne bottles. But Nefi nim gatabi I say you choky baby fladdy when baby and money timuda say I mean go one assembly man na me sike yi 100,000 ya the pop bottles see main famboa community projects, because as citizens no a dream say baby and as I say government na ye and I say or say messy necessary and ye massem. You don't know how it will trickle down to affect you in the future. And fine, it just like almost say obi baby bonia. It is not even just about the individual, it's the community and the society we find ourselves. Enyoma ben na yesu so. Enyoma ben na ye like am I assuming ye de areas ne say kwe area ye wo say areas no say impunto abemu impunto abba ewiasemu hwemetime demo endra video na me ye metime demo ena me ye video before me nisu tete me a me pese me delete video no over 100,000 views. Omo mo be share a share. Oma bloggers omo be twa bibi a me car list ne ho nsem nko an omo mo be twa no omo twitwa omo de atoto omo YouTube omo de atoto omo pages. The information spread like wildfire. And the part of it that spread like wildfire no. Bisase infansobe ene de bre in crofo apart from say on betina say no masri obi ana omo besri nipa no omo benye bibia we de enipa we de yenya no sisi ade o ka asem bia ye de we be chuki no. Apart from that no etiem pana yenye free mu because me can send be brave me can send be brave me can nyansa send be brave but what fueled the actions of the bloggers and it shows as a community, as a nation, the things that we see as important. Intisa subenya yetimi like yebe yini. You say I've forgotten this Bible quotation. Yes, upon some the devil came to steal, destroy something. The devil came to kill, to steal, kill and destroy. Devil no, and yes, Satan be out say hell be a train my judgments day abano. The devil is in us. Yes, I don't know about tonight. You know, ya who devils am I who ya who? Ya devils am I who ya who? At this time and stage of the world, there is so much knowledge, very little wisdom. Knowledge is when you know things. Hey, internet, no, you will know a lot of things. You will know a lot of things like Pinterest, open say share atari style, people say open room, If you want to quickly know about geology, you type, you can read something. There is so much information. What is knowledge? What is data collection? Knowledge, collecting information and storing it. Collecting information and storing it. Information collected, if it's not assimilated properly, if it's not understood properly, and brought out to do something useful, it is waste. Yakas bibize gigo, garbage in, garbage out. Even if you were exposed to garbage, even if you were exposed to a very nasty video of Abena Korkor, even if you were exposed to a very trivial and I say bibi about to be list, so to be akoyese, that is the knowledge you got. How are you understanding it? How are you assimilating it? How are you transforming that information you got to something important? We are very knowledgeable generation. But what do we do with the information that we encounter? What do we do with that information? What do you do with that information? Utu hufo ana ubua onipa na anase eye wasresem. Asama making abeda makomaso anope ye bomba we ase minim in the date mzende be 7th June 2021 Abena Korkor ye bombe ba we ase Nana Abena Korkor medin cry Nana Abena Korkor. Then my English name is Lency, but I don't use it. Lency means strength of a lioness. In draw video na me no asem na me kan minim se me tua nkofo bi nan so pa but ne hu bia ni mimu me ya frem ya ka che me ka said da o kan we hu asem a obehu ana wa yera ne yeku afiri ase bana ehu bia ni mimu me te wono me fi am team kwa me be like security no uba anja o man escape bia obema we room me am te wo kra me nche da ni me personal car me fa uba So I'm easily accessible. Like obi pebibia yemia neni abrepo betimi nesa betimi akame. But na me ye video no na ehun bie ni me mu. Ehun bie ni me mu. Etomri bia enipa yete wono yendi ye ho. Ye bo ba wiase no ye ma wasede. Ubu we ni guso a anhwe ha wo bebre sa. Ha wo bebre sa. Ana ye be ha. Now so yen fi ye mu. Na yen hu say we are part of something bigger. Something we are trying to sustain. Something that we are trying to grow. Legacies or foundations we are trying to secure for the next generation. Say if there's no next generation, cry. Don't just live life anyhow. Be intentional about the things you do. If you get the opportunity to watch that video again, forget about who slept with who. Forget about the list. Tieniye na ase nipa woni nyansa no. Dwen ho wo nyansa mu. Anope wo fa newspaper. Uti radio. Ye ka openyin bi ho asem. Ye ka bibi a enkoso yi wo Ghana ho a. Dwen ho ye emfa nye patisem. Emfa nye asresem. Enyoma emfa nkoso mba no. Mo ye quick to share. Ni sanyoma no. Dream who be a man, some was a source in your episode. Dream who ye, dream who ye, dream who ye. Don't be an information collector. Ya dear say, unanswer for ya dear say, will be a yatitino. Oh, dear one cool school 1 year she cry. Every human being has some value in them. They have something important in them. I pray you find your value. I pray you find your purpose. I pray you become impactful in a purposeful way. Anna, I sound baby one no. Dream pa dream. I know I didn't di inchinini moko. Yimbie ni keke enkasa keke. Yankasa ngu mframemo. Yankasa engu mframemo. Ano pay me sorry. Nyame de mamuni. Nyame wo mamuni. Friday no. Semifumu bia. Mesre Boniface me mau be unstable I apologize, but manene we before it's not any personal attack. ɛyɛ asɛm bi ɛsɛ ususufa wa brabo ho ɛyɛ asɛm ɛsɛ wo ususufa wa brabo ho obetumi afa me ho time ɛnyɛ me problem but me ne wo mini unim sɛ asɛm a me kan no ɛyɛ nokre obetumi akɔ bebia aka sɛ me kan ho asɛm bɔne me kan ho asɛm a ɛnim but me ne wo mienu deɛ wonim sɛ yɛ nokre me ne wo mienu wonim sɛ yɛ nokre ɛno a ne ho hia me ne wo mienu wonim sɛ ɛyɛ nokre na nyɛ sɛ me pɛ sɛ me di watam nyɛ sɛ me pɛ sɛ me go w'anim ase. It's never about you. It's never about you. It's never about me. Enuanom ni adofo. Yamakini me mamoa adechepa inde wupi abonten a nya be bia no emfa mpuntu ne nkoso emba wa brabo mu emfa bibipa embra wa brabo mu emfa bibipa embra ofidie mu emfa bibipa embra ni awode wonsa ana ni ade esi utim bia se opese woye ewo nyame akwanso. It's a new week. Niesi weekend no etwemuko. But obeko wachi a sua nyansa fimu. Sunya nyansa efimu. Ano pain for mo babetina radio so. Munya to me a woman sim. Saying sema ekoso wo Ghana. More platforms are moving to me account wasem. Bloggers, TV stations, radio stations. Or even you just sitting in your office or in your home. Before you open your mouth to talk, make sure it is deep. And don't sell your voice. And yet stomach analysis. And yet selfish analysis. On your individual. Whether you like it or not, you're connected to someone or something, either small or great. Be intentional in your actions. Be intentional in your actions. When Noah told the people about the flood, only 8 people got into the ark. Thank you.